Do that again, Ken.
Well,
The whole.
running man?
All right. Well, no one's on.
Oh yeah, people are logging in right now. We're gonna get moving anyway. There you go. All right. Well,
Have bracelets?
that was much excitement coming out of your life part. Let's see the best move you got. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so moving on.
Let's see the best move you
Let's move on.
got. All right.
All right. So, what bracelet do you have on? Ken?
Cha! I got this bracelet here I got from Nikki. So I guess she's a shaman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. This is onyx beads, which helps give me some grounding and bring the blackness back into my body. No, it's onyx is supposed to ward off spirits, keep me grounded, keep me strong. There is a lioness bead here because receiving love is something I have a hard time doing. That's the one I picked, and she goes, "That's not a lion, bro. That's a lioness." I was like, ugh. And she's like, "Well, no, you have a problem receiving love, so that's perfect for you." I'm like, "That's true. All right, there you go." So that's why I'm wearing it. I even got one for my daughters.
I think you need more lionesses in there.
I know. I'm just. There's no such thing as a lion queen, but whatever.
Lion.
I guess in my bracelet it is. That's what I got. So, receiving love. That's what I need to do. So,
It's good.
what are you wearing?
I'm wearing this bracelet that one of our clients gave us. Actually, she gave one to you as well.
That's true.
Gave one to James, and it's again similar. It grounds energy, protects your energy. What's up, Ashley?
Ashley! What's going
We
on?
were just talking about our bracelets.
Yes, I hope you're wearing yours. I hope you got your bracelet on or necklace tonight and want to hear more about what it's all about. We were just talking about ours and how I'm wearing this onyx bracelet here, which helps ground me, keep energy strong. And there's also a female lion on there. It's a lioness. I know, I thought I picked a lion bracelet, but it's actually for helping me receive love because I have a hard time receiving love. So,
What's up, Nancy?
Nancy! So yeah, I have a hard time receiving love, so this bracelet actually helps bring that energy into me, more female energy, to balance out my male energy so I can have a better life and not be so, how can I say, wired all the time.
Loveless.
Loveless, yeah, exactly. Seriously, so that's my bracelet. That's what it means for me. I'm excited to wear it. Bart, you were just talking about yours. Let's talk about that again.
So I have this. That's also there's onyx stones in there. But this was given to us by one of our clients, and she gave it to us because we work with so many people. So just to help us ground our own energy, protect energy, so that we're not giving away our stuff or we're not picking stuff up. So. That's the significance, and of course it says "Be Elite" on it. So
I mean something for sure.
you know what that is for. So
Yeah, and if you're feeling great, guys, like I said, type below. Say I feel amazing. We want to hear how you're feeling. So type I feel freaking amazing. Ashley, how are you? What's going on? Nancy, what's going on, ladies? Want to hear from you. How was the day today? I know last time we were struggling with a couple things. Other people were feeling great. Did we make any changes to our log today, maybe? Any realizations? Let us know how you're doing.
what's that?
My back just cracked. Like it's going to crumple into a ball.
You left caramel.
Yeah.
Laura, what's up?
Laura!
I'm glad you could make it, Laura.
Yes. Laura, we just talked about our bracelets and what they meant. Hope you ladies if you're all wearing your bracelets, please click the thumb button or a necklace. I want to see the thumb button go up, saying yes, I am wearing it. And I'd like to hear about, you feel good? Great job, Nancy. I want to hear what the bracelet or the necklace may mean to you. And once again, I always say when you guys come on the call, tell us where you're from. I know we got Antigua. I know we got New York. I'm Ajax. Where are you?
Pickering.
All right. So we all want to hear where we're from and kind of say, I'm from here. So we can see the different places on this call that's happening, ladies. So.
You two are too funny.
Yeah, Laura, we love you. My finger looks like Arsenio Hall.
Or something else.
Yeah,
But,
oh yeah, Arsenio. You can tell my age when I say Arsenio Hall. So. Okay, so Nancy's feeling good. Everyone else feeling good? Haven't got their bracelets or necklaces? I want to hear about them. If you're wearing a special necklace or bracelet, please let's hear what it's about. Why is it special to you? I just want to hear about it. And before we get into our call, so we talked about ours. Let me hear about yours. Let me hear what's going on. Why it's special. Comment, ladies.
I think it's a lag. That's probably like.
Oh yeah, definitely a lag. I love the lag. Lag makes it interesting, right? How was your day today, bud?
Good.
Yeah?
Busy. Super busy.
Very busy. I know, we like passed each other in the hallway and bumped into each other and said, hey, kept going. So, okay, well, before we get into that, before we wait for people to post about their bracelets and stuff, I want to hear a little bit about you. Because yesterday I talked about why I got into nutrition and wellness and why I started helping people and why I'm so damn serious about these guys getting results and helping them. But I know you have a specific reason why you started and your own story is why. So let's share that. What got you in this? What made you go, I got to change this world? What made you think that?
Change this world. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it started with me, and I think it always starts with yourself first, right? You go through certain challenges, big or small, and then you want to share your medicine. So I think that's the same thing that I went through. Actually, Nancy, I don't have a special bracelet or necklace. That's okay. Doesn't make you a bad person.
You know what? My hug is a bracelet for you. There you go.
Wow.
That's my bracelet to you.
You're clearly giving love.
Yeah, man. I got to give some love.
Good. All right. So anyway, going back to my story. So I think it was just wanting to. I think the first motivation was just wanting to be in great shape. That was my first motivation, and I think that's when I was all about bodybuilding and looking a certain way.
That changed for you, though. I remember at one point it wasn't a big deal anymore. Why did it change?
I think just priorities as I grew. It wasn't about that. It was like, okay, like.
No problem, Nancy. No problem. I meant it too.
I think it was just learning more, seeing a different perspective. So I remember when you had done the course with Charles Poliquin, and you came back saying, oh, this, if you have body fat here, this is what it means, is this hormone and that hormone. And obviously being, back then operating out of ego and stuff, I was like, I want these superpowers. I want to learn, like, oh, I can look at this person and tell what hormones are off. So that was my first motivation. It was obviously out of ego, but then Charles Poliquin said, when he tested me, he said, I'm pre-diabetic. And that was like, holy fuck, like, what the hell? I had pushed my system too far. Trying to add muscle, trying to get bigger. I was 212 at Extreme Fitness, if you remember.
I do remember.
Powerlifting days. I think that turned some things around. I saw a different perspective to health, fat loss, fitness. I think that started changing the game a little bit. I started going, okay, let's look at improving my health. Which again, there was the motivation of dropping body fat, no doubt about it. I'm not going to deny that, right? But it was being able to heal my system, not be pre-diabetic, become more insulin sensitive, and get lean as a side effect of that.
And you have been able to do that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right, and then just like I said, share my medicine. So just start attracting people who had similar challenges, and I was able to reverse it for them. And yeah,
here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. All right. So, like I said, we all have reasons why we got into it, guys, and that's what we wanted to tell you guys and let you know as we do really care about you guys getting somewhere, and that's why we have developed this program, and that's why we have this awesome 12-week program coming up. They said we're going to talk about tomorrow night's our last call. And they said it is, if we're on that call, you're going to hear a couple special giveaways. You're going to hear about that 12-week challenge. And if you love how things are going now, you're going to love tomorrow. You're going to love this thing. So don't miss it. Okay? But it's at 8 o'clock.
Right.
8 o'clock tomorrow. Don't forget it. Okay. So what are we talking about tonight? These awesome ladies, Bart. What are we telling them about tonight?
We're going to talk about, does someone need to be perfect
to get results? Oh, that's good. That is so true.
Right? And a lot of people I know, sometimes they're apprehensive to sign up for a program. or they feel they cannot do something, they cannot get some results because they're not perfect all the time. And that's what we want to address, right? Is do you need to be perfect to actually get some results? Or not some results, get great results, right?
Right.
So I think it's important to understand it's not so much about being perfect, but more having a certain level of consistency. You know?
I agree with that.
Yeah, and let's say in a week you have 7 days, and one day you are 40%, another day you're 80%, another day you're 20%, another day you're 60%, another day you're 100%. The average ends up being 40%, which
Absolutely.
may not be enough to get results. But if you did anything from 70 to 80% every day that week, that's an average of 70 to 80%. You are going to get results. Like it's impossible not to see results.
Yeah.
And then from there you can build up. You can go, okay, this week how can I make it 75%? How can I make it 85%? Whatever it is, right? And picking strategies that helps with that. Never, Laura. You're doing awesome. You're doing great. So, but yeah, you know, just understanding that it's the consistency that's more important, right? And today we want to talk about a couple of things. Okay, so if you go off track, what do you do? Right? A lot of people tend to go, hey, you know what? And this is so common. I get this quite a bit where people say, I ate a bar of chocolate, and then I thought, well, I've screwed it up already.
So I'm just gonna blow
Let
it.
me just go have alcohol and eat that, and eat this, and eat that.
Right.
Right? And then what's the reaction after that? Oh, I feel guilty. I don't feel good. And then that makes it harder to get back on track.
You know what? And that's so true. I have a client, Farah. I was just going to talk about her. And I've been working with her for about 12, almost 16 weeks. You know, she's dropped about 11 pounds. She's a small person as it is to begin with, but her biggest thing was she had irritable bowel. She had Crohn's. She had all these digestive issues from stress. And when we got into working together, one of her biggest things was, I never want to screw up. She's so meticulous. She's so on point. And there you go. And last week, I said to her, you know what? Just go eat something. Go out, socialize. She has so many food sensitivities. She lives in a box. She's worse than I am. I said, just go out and eat. Obviously, eat
And
what
you're
you
bad.
can. Yeah, I'm bad. So go out and enjoy yourself within your limits, so you don't hurt yourself and and bleed out, and all that stuff. But yeah, well, because she will go to the bathroom and have blood in her stools. We don't want
Oh.
that. So I said, but go and relax. She came back this week, didn't work out, but had a good Friday, a relaxed Friday, and came back 2 pounds down and 2% body fat down. She was blown away. I said, yeah, but you're enjoying yourself. You spoke about this a lot. You can't deny the enjoyment process in someone getting leaner, lowering cortisol, and just feeling not constrained and being happy and social.
Yeah.
So she's getting great results, and that's a lot of what we talk about. Not having to be perfect, but more than less. She's about 89%. She's usually where she needs to be, and then every once in a while I said, go relax.
Did you get that percentage from like some computer software you have? Like 89%.
89.
But I think so. Let's look at a couple of things to do if you have gone off track,
Let's do it.
right? So number one is take ownership of that,
Okay.
right? And go, okay, you know what? Remember, it was a choice. It was a choice you made to go off track,
Right.
right? And that's okay, right? Whatever your reasons may be, you don't have to beat yourself up over it. But understand that, okay, you know what? I chose to eat this. I chose to drink alcohol, or whatever it was. And then, oh, wow. Elegant. But, go, okay, that's the first step. Is taking ownership that, all right, I went off track. And that is perfectly fine. Okay? Don't try to blame this, blame that. He made me do it. I fell on the donut, like whatever it is, right? That's the first step. Take ownership, okay? The second step is go back on track, right? I get messages sometimes from people saying, hey, should I cut back all my carbs this week because I binged on the weekend? No, just go back on track,
Yeah.
right? Hey, I decided to do a juice cleanse for 3 days because I binged and I had alcohol. No, just go back to the plan. The plan is there because it works for your system.
Yeah, it's true.
So just go back to the plan and your system will get back on track. You have that innate healing ability, you have that innate body wisdom to actually go back on track and heal and detoxify and do what your body needs to. Your body knows that. So just go back to your plan. That's the second strategy, right? Number 3, don't feel guilt, and that's a big one. And just that kind of goes hand in hand with what you said about your client, just going and enjoying herself, right? And here, this is a story time. The story is,
Dude, I love stories.
years ago, I think this was before the first photo shoot I ever did.
Okay.
First or second, I don't remember. But it was one of the photo shoot and I was getting ready for that. And I was being 90% consistent.
Okay.
Okay. And again, you know, so I was, this is when I used to live with my parents. And my mom made amazing chickpea curry.
Okay.
My mom's food is amazing all the time. So I had some. And I felt so much guilt after, because I was like, see, this is how you are. You're never on point. You have a photo shoot in 6 weeks. What are you doing?
Right.
And my mind was going crazy.
Beat yourself up.
And then my stomach started hurting. I started sweating. I was like, why am I feeling this? It doesn't feel good. And my parents are okay. My brother's fine. They ate the same food. And then at one point, I had to go throw up. And when I threw up, I saw blood in there.
Wow.
And first I was like, I've never had blood in there. But then I realized that was all the guilt. It was a manifestation of all the guilt. Right? And is everyone sitting and throwing up? No, obviously not. But the point is, for me, that's how it manifested.
Yep.
And I had to let it go. And that was a very interesting event for me, because I realized, obviously I understood how emotions, energy, food is energy, all these different concepts. But that also helped me coaching people, is because I realized using guilt to coach someone is not good. No one gets
Right.
great results saying,
Yeah, I know.
oh, why did you do that? How come you do that? Come on, like, what the hell? That's not, that doesn't even make us a good coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So I think that's I would say step number 3, you know, let go of the guilt. If you do feel guilt,
What do
just
you guys-
let it go.
Do you guys ever struggle with that? Any of you guys, Nancy or Laura? I think we lost our third. She had to. She's in Antigua, so I don't know if somehow she got kicked off the Wi-Fi. But do you guys ever feel that when you're eating, or you go to eat something and you're like, it's almost like you blank out while you're eating it. Next thing you know, it's gone, and you're like, what did I do that for? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? It's
I wish you could play dramatic music right now.
No, but you know what? It's something that I know I felt that of having a good week, things are going on point, my system's feeling better, and then I go have that. And I'm like, why did I do that? So, anyway, that's something that I don't know if you guys ever feel that questioning after, and we have to be able to just move forward, as Bharat said, just move forward and move to the next thing. And
Yeah.
we ate it, fine. If it's repetitious, then we seek help
Yeah.
with a coach. You know, we have some great people around us who can actually help us understand why we're doing that. But anyway, next
Absolutely.
point.
Laura
All the
and
time?
Nancy all the time. Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
it's a very normal thing, right? We go through that.
Yeah, I
Right,
went through it
we-
last night.
There you go.
Last night, and I was so angry last night. I
I
was
should
like,
spank you for that.
that doesn't-
Anyway,
that sounds totally wrong. Let's edit that part out.
anyways, don't even deny you like it. Anyway, hey, receive the love, Ken.
Okay.
That's love.
I don't want
Receive
spankings.
that.
My dad spanked me.
Oh, see, we're together because we need to work through some daddy karma. That's
all
what
right.
it
All
is.
right. This is getting weirder by the minute.
Anyways, so those are three things, right? Number 1, take ownership. Number 2, go back to your plan. Number 3, let go of guilt. Number 4, contact your coach or an accountability partner.
Yeah, it could be your buddy, someone that helps you stay on track when you're doing the things that aren't what they need to be. You can call them, talk to them about it. You barely fess up to that testing question. Yeah.
I remember that phone call.
What happened on that phone call?
Oh, nothing. She told me, oh, I was off. I didn't eat that well. And I was like, okay. Well. That was actually the first time I won't say ever, but we worked together for 20 weeks now, right? About 5 months together. And I can think of literally maybe 2 times when she's really been off. So,
All right. Were you surprised, Laura, that he was just like, okay, whatever? Were you surprised that he was like that? Just like, or did you think he'd be like, oh, why did you do that? You're fired. You know, because it's a lot of also as well. You think like, oh man, if you're with our coach, I don't want to tell them because what are they going to say? I'm going to let them down. I think a lot of it has to do with letting ourselves down sometimes. I think that's more what it is. That, you know, the coaches don't get let down. We let ourselves down when whoever we're being accountable to, we do that. And we put it on them. Like, oh, they're going to be so mad at me. I don't want to tell them. But really, for me, it's always been me. Look, I don't want him to think I'm an idiot. I don't want to think I'm wasting his time. But you know what? It's information, and as long as we can be honest about it, then we can find a way to help you get through it.
Yeah.
Because it is something every single person struggles with. We even studies show, having resiliency to stay on track is actually like a vat. It's actually like a thing, and it becomes empty over time.
Yeah.
Actually looked at studies with that with people, and they said, great, put groups of people in a room. One could eat radishes, one could eat cookies. The one that to be in the room with the radishes, when they gave them a hard problem to solve later, they gave up sooner. It shows that they'd use their resiliency, their effort to resist the cookies. So resiliency and willpower can sometimes be something we lose. It's a chemistry.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad about it. We just got to recharge, get back on track. He never gets mad. It's me. Good. Wow. All right. I like that. All right. Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, number 4 is speak to your coach, right? Speak to your accountability partner, whoever it is, right? That's important, is speak to someone. And again, remember, not just speaking when you've gone off track. One of the things the last couple of weeks, I've been talking to a lot of people who have gone off track a little bit for whatever reason.
Holidays.
I told them, you know what, when you're feeling that way, message me. Because maybe you're going to eat, I don't know, regular chocolate.
Ho-hos? Ding-dongs?
Or ho-hos and ding-dongs. I don't know what that is, but maybe I can tell you, all right, go get A, B, and C, which is still going to indulge your cravings, indulge that emotion of...
Gluten-free ho-hos.
Right.
Allergen-free ding-dongs.
That's right. So at least we can lower inflammation as much as possible.
That is true. That's
right?
true.
Yes, there's sugar, whatever, right? At least, again, it's a lower... We're still minimizing the damage. Let's put it that way, right? And that's what we want to do, is as much as possible, if we can minimize that damage, minimize that inflammation, keep cortisol still in check, you still are ahead, right?
Absolutely.
And guess what? You enjoyed the chocolate, you enjoyed that food, and you felt good about it. And so you don't come back going, oh, I feel horrible, I feel like shit about it, I emotionally, mentally, I don't feel good, I let you down, whatever, right? Whatever those thoughts are that go on. I find that such a powerful tool. I've had a couple of clients message me this week. They're about to get their period, and usually when they're about to get their period, they tend to go pick certain foods. But they messaged me this week. I told them, go get this, and they're happy.
That's awesome.
Right? And I guarantee because of that, their period is also going to be better because they won't have the bad symptoms associated with
Absolutely.
certain dysfunctions when periods show up, right? So.
Well, I also noticed sometimes when we eat things, remember we played this trick, if we don't see the label, we don't get as much of a reaction. I would get a worse reaction when I read the label and saw the food that I wasn't supposed to have in it. But when I just ate it, free of my mind and just loving it and lathering in it, I barely had a reaction to it.
Yeah.
And I realized a lot of the reaction to foods was in my brain. So it really summarized the point you said about, you know what? Guilt-free. Let it go.
Guilt-free. Go smash whatever you want to do. Smash.
Whoever, whatever. Go to
But... Right, so guys, those are 4 things you can do if you're going to go off track or you've gone off track, right? Just, like I said, take ownership, get back on your plan, let go of guilt. And number 4 is speak to your coach, speak to your accountability partner before you're going to go off track or after, right? So whatever the situation may be, right?
Questions, guys. We want to hear if you guys are doing great in your 5-day challenge and you're loving it. I had someone message me and say, you know what, I really love the accountability checklist. They're loving it. It's just keeping them alive, they said. It's keeping them going. They cannot stay on the plan per se, but the checklist, opa, it's perfect. They're loving it. So I want to hear, guys, what's going on with you. We want to know. What about the plan do you love? What's going great? And how can we help you? They said, if you're loving this, we want to know it. So comment, please. We're going to just hang around and dance until we hear from you.
I feel like Beavis and Butthead right now.
Turn this music up. So we're waiting to hear from you guys. We want to hear some positives, some questions, things you're going through, and we're going to answer them. We're going to give you guys direct answers right now.
Move the camera back first. I still need to have coffees that are not good. Coffee's great.
Yeah. Was that something that was a goal for you? You know, Nancy, you wanted to work on not needing coffee as much. Was that something that for you was important?
I have Ken's text. You don't have an email you check, do you?
Coffee isn't bad. It's just, you know, if that's a goal of yours to not need coffee, it may take more than 5 days. You know, coffee is a very addictive thing in our system, and it takes time. It's very difficult to get your adrenals working without it and just get moving in a couple of days. It may take more. It will take more time than that.
Yeah.
I set alarms. So Ashley said she sets alarms, and that's helping you. Setting your alarms, like I said, in terms of reminding of yourself about your food or what you have to do. Because those are great points. Anyone else setting
That's a
alarms?
great idea.
Yeah. You guys setting alarms for yourself to help remember things you need to do, accountabilities. That's a great point. Who else is setting alarms? Give me one of these. My phone to remind me to eat the way my day goes. I can't always eat on time. Good. Just reminders.
Good.
Finding ways to win. That's awesome. All right. Any other concerns, guys? Who is seeing change with their body? What kind of things are you guys seeing? That's what we want to know, right? Right now, this is usually the time where people are starting to get into the plan and get motivated and feel different things. So, how's your digestion? How's bowel movements? What's going on, guys? Is it bad to be late?
I think eat late. Is that?
What do you mean, like to be late on the meal timing? You mean to be late on your meal timing? Like you said, you're instead of eating at noon, you're eating at 12:30, or do you mean to eat physically late, like I'm eating at 11:30 at night? I think you more mean being late on your meal time, like running behind on your meals. You know, as long as it's under 4 hours, I find it's okay. 3 to 4 hours, I find it's still okay. You can get by. It's not too big of a deal. But it starts hitting 5, 6, 7 hours. It's starting to push your insulin, and insulin out of whack can put body fat in the waist, upper back.
Yeah.
You know, cause cravings. So, Ashley, we're coming to visit you in Antigua. We already said that. We're coming. She knows Neil and Rosie. Any other questions, guys? Use us.
Are
We're
there
here.
3 people in Antigua? Or?
5. She's been there for 21 years. She's been there a long time.
Oh wow.
So, any other questions, guys? Use us. This is the time. Milk our brains. Nancy, bowel movements are bad, not consistent. Good, adrenals. So maybe let's talk about Nancy. You said bowel movements are not that great.
Are bad, not consistent. Nancy, first thing, are you hitting your water goal? That's one of the habits. So that would be the first thing I would look at. Number 2, I would look at the alkaline water, right? So just like Laura mentioned, she feels her best when she drinks the alkaline water with the pink salt first thing in the morning. So do that consistently, right? Those 2 things will be the first things to focus on, right? Because if you're hydrated, bowel movements are better. The alkaline water helps stimulate bowel movements, so that will make you go. And if you're doing those consistently, and if it's still not helping, then the next step would be looking at magnesium. And, you know, dosing with the right kind of magnesium at the right times, enough quantity should also make you go. So those would be 3 things I would look at first.
What's a comfortable range for women?
What do you mean?
For magnesium. What is a comfortable range? Not identical, not ideal. Just a
I've
range.
had women take about 400 milligrams a day.
Okay.
400, even some taking about 600. But go up slowly, right? Start with 200 milligrams. Then jack it up to maybe 400 milligrams or even 300, whatever, depending on what kind of supplement you're using. And go up. You can go all the way up to 600 milligrams as long as it doesn't give you diarrhea, loose stools, things like that, right?
But if you are constipated, loose stools will probably be just softer. Maybe okay for the first couple of days,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And glycinate, fabulous for the bowels there.
Yeah.
Not the 3 and 8 isn't, but glycinate's your gun. That's the one that helps really get the bowels loose. So.
Ashley, is a whole avocado too much fat? I made the pudding without protein, but kind of kept eating it. I
Good
made
for
a
you.
whole one and meant to save half, but it was so much yum. First of all, I'm glad you love the recipe.
Yes!
That's great. That's awesome. No, you know what? Not necessarily, right? Like, fats is so dense. It is hard to overeat fats, right? Now, can you have like overeat the pudding? I guess you could, but we yet have to see someone who really overeats pudding to the point where, well, I'm not seeing results anymore.
I did get a couple from Impact Kitchen. I ate them all.
That's why you need a spanking. Anyways. Anyway, the point is, yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. Listen to your body. That's the best thing, right? Like, there could be days where you're so hungry that one avocado is just enough. There could be days where maybe you don't have that much of an appetite, and maybe you do half an avocado. So listen to your system. Don't worry about it.
Alrighty. Well, ladies.
Anything else, guys?
Any other questions? If not, we're gonna sign off a little bit. And remember, tomorrow night it's our last and final call. We're gonna be talking about a great plan we want to talk about, which is our Be Elite in 12, which is our 12-week transformation program. If you're loving it, you're gonna love this. So please tune in for this. You know, there's gonna be some special giveaways tomorrow, and you're gonna love this call. It's gonna be better than what we're doing right now. Bring a friend on that call.
Because he's going to be shirtless.
That's
And
more,
maybe bottomless if I'm spanking him.
that's more comedy then. That's more comedy. That's
Well, it's
comedy.
more 50 Shades of Grey if it goes to the next spanking. So, anyway,
You're pushing it. You're pushing the limits. I love this. This is
I'm seeing how
hilarious.
much love you can receive.
Oh, this is. I would
The
rather.
lioness ran away.
Yeah, I did. I broke it off. I'd rather get this love from my wife.
Anyways, all right, guys.
All right.
Laura, I love it too. I also love to make pudding popsicles. Yeah, I remember the popsicles. If you could, maybe share it in this group as well, please. That would be awesome. That's actually a great idea for the avocado pudding.
My daughter asked that the other day. We could put sticks in these and make them into pudding. Pudding pops. Right.
There you go.
Anyway.
And signing off with pudding pops and spanking. See you guys. Bye bye. Have a great
See you
night.
tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
8 p.m. please.
See you tomorrow.